banging this guy.
Speaking of banging.
The last time, not the last.
Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. If you got some beers to bring, you know we're always down to hang. One or two or three more, come see what we've got in store. A beer for you and a beer for me, 1 and 1, and that makes 3. So if you think you're down to hang, come and join the bangin' gang. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers.
One. Hey everyone. Here we are. We came 5 minutes early. That's what she said. Gonna do episode 97. It's Homebrews and PA Pumpkin, but we are joined tonight by Dan.
Hey guys.
You might have seen him with the collaboration episode with It's Just Beer podcast. We went up to the upstate New York, hang out, and he brought some fire beers.
Yes.
So we may
Yeah,
sneak.
I can't come empty-handed.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
we're gonna sneak some of
Yes.
those beers in as well, and we'll take photos of everything and put on social media and get some tags and stuff. But first time ever having homebrew on the show. If you want to start getting those ready, and I'll do the intro stuff. So once again, if you guys want any merchandise, all of the merchandise is leaving at the end of this month.
Yes.
So get it while you can now.
All of it.
All of it.
All
of it.
we're redesigning.
We are getting a new logo. If the new logo is not done, we will keep this skull, but it will not, like, all of the merchandise won't be on there. So you won't be able to buy it on like leggings or women's shirts or this or that. Like, it's gonna literally, the only thing you're gonna see on the merch page, we're still debating of everything that's gonna be there. So it's gonna be like t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and maybe like the masks, the COVID masks, and that's it. And then once a month for each show, we're gonna have a special item. So maybe like 1 month we'll do the beer hub, the Pornhub logo on a T-shirt, and it'll only be available that month. And then we'll cycle stuff through, or maybe we'll add female leggings in. So we're gonna kind of rotate the item out, just so because the merch page looks kind of cluttered. So if you want merchandise, get it now before the end of the month, because it is all going. Also, this show, I know I'm going to say it now, and then I'll remind you guys when we get closer. Congratulations. I got a new job. Yeah.
Yay.
And did your mic turn off?
No, I was away from it.
But the thing to that is we're going to be moving the shows. So Bangin' Beers is going to be, starting in December, will be a Sunday show. And then the other shows are going to take over and be on Fridays.
Yours.
No, the name of yeah. Thank you.
Cold Cracker Brothers Brewing.
Yes, CCB.
CCB.
Yep. So we're gonna start off the show with 2 homebrews from CCB. Go ahead.
This one's the IPA. I figured we'd do this before we go to Belgium.
Cool. This one, I love the name of this one. Eddie Van Halen just passed it. This is Eruption 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna do these 2 homebrews. First time ever on the show doing homebrew, so we're really, really excited to really crack this open and really try some homebrew stuff out. I think the closest we ever had to a homebrew on the show, technically, we did have a homebrew before this. Uncle Dan Ciders.
Yeah, Uncle Dan Ciders.
Yeah, so we did have a homebrew. But this is the first for homebrew beer, I guess we'll say. We had homebrew cider on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And those ciders, holy shit, are unbelievable. I think hands down the best ciders I've ever had. We always talk them up on the show, but obviously they have never tried them. So one of these days we have to take a ride up and pick one up and bring it down for the show if he ever makes them again.
He made a whole shitload of them.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's expanding for sure.
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about in the last episode for you guys where he's talking about possibly opening up his own thing.
Yeah, that's in the cards. That's
Yeah.
what he wants to do. I feel like maybe since you guys talked to him last, he's kind of gotten his timeline kind of adjusted because Dan's very he gets an idea in his head and he's all gung ho about it. But he talked to our friend Pete from Equilibrium, and he was like, well, it took us 3 years from inception to actual getting the brewery off the ground. So that kind of made Dan go, oh, well, it might not happen overnight like I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I kind of
He has a great work ethic, though. I think.
yeah.
it'll
Oh yeah. No, it's always going to be a thing that he's aiming towards.
Yeah.
But I feel like he might have had, I don't want to say unrealistic expectations, but just kind of maybe got a little too excited,
Yeah.
a little too quickly. So he kind of, has a more like realistic idea of what it's going to take now to get it done.
If since you know some people up that way, if EQ ever wants a podcast, tell them that you know some guys.
I definitely will.
Yeah, we would definitely make the trip up there.
Yeah, that's a nice little
Yeah, it's
building
actually
then, too.
about a year ago we did our podcast with them because it was when they did Life After Death Star Batch 1, which
Oh
was
wow.
and we were so stupid. None of us maxed out that day like morons because we were worried about the podcast. We weren't really worried about getting the beer.
Yeah.
You're getting content. Yeah, it
Right.
makes sense. But hey,
But I'm like,
you
fuck,
really don't.
we were so dumb for not maxing out on bottles that day. So I definitely made sure to max out this time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like going to Equilibrium because it's so nice, well lit, clean. It has a little bit of everything there.
Have you been to you've been in the new tap room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there when they released Reverse Migration. I was with
Mhm.
my buddy Matt Keene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely he drove. He's like, hey, I'm going up. You want to go? I'm like, yeah, okay. Hopped in his car and we went up.
Good old Matt Keene.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't seen him since the lockdown. How's he doing?
He's doing some releases here and there. Like he
He's
did
more
some
towards like
RER.
Philly, right? Doesn't he go to like
He's like
Imprint?
Lehigh Valley.
Oh,
Lehigh
okay.
Valley.
Oh,
So like
okay.
it's really close. He's like in like Valley area, so it's like he can go to Imprint. He can go Tired Hands if people really want it.
Mhm.
That kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah,
those
I
kinds of
get so
breweries.
used to seeing like the same faces at the
Yeah.
releases, so I assume you guys are all like closer than you are, and me being more of a local to those breweries. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just in my brain, I'm like, oh, everyone's a local, but I'm like, oh no, shit, everyone's driving from like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like a social club whenever everybody goes to releases. You see everybody, okay, you know.
Yeah, then you
share a
realize
beer
this
and that's
person's
it.
from Vermont, this person's from New Hampshire, this person's from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
From all over the place.
I think that's what really was magical about the releases then too. Like you
Interesting.
got to
You
meet a whole
made
bunch
this?
of people.
No. Let's get into this
All
first
right.
beer. So this is from
Direction two, you said.
Cold Cracker Brewing Company, or CCB. You actually bowled with one of the guys who made this. Austin bowled with his daughter. I guess they bowled in hometown. What his first name?
Jason.
Jason.
We don't know if we want to say his last name. We said it kind of last week on the show on the show, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't check to see if they were okay with having their names used or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll.
If you text Austin after we check this in, he'll tell you that. But Austin bowled with his daughter.
Okay.
His daughter bowls. But what he said, he watched the show last week and said, "Is that Austin?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You bowled with my daughter," but this is actually him and his team's, him and his buddy's team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
it's three of them. They're based out of Tamaqua. I believe they actually have 45 different beers
Wow.
listed on Untappd that they've made. And I'm just going to go right into the description of this then.
Yeah, go for it.
This is called Eruption 2. It's a Imperial Double New England IPA. And the description reads, the second brew in our Eruption line. Tons of hops added both in the kettle and in the dry hop. Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic hops give this brew a tropical nose and taste up front and a nice resiny hop bite on the back end. Dry hopped for 11 days to get all the flavors of some of our favorite hops. And I would guess that this is relatively recently released as it's only been logged twice.
All right.
I have a different eruption. from
Yeah, it's
them.
Eruption
Yeah,
2.
you need to get Eruption 2.
All right, so I get it on
Oh,
the
there it
nose
is.
and I get it on the taste. I taste Galaxy, but I get banana. Am I like dying here? Or, like,
Let me get a little.
Yeah,
bit
I might need some
more.
more.
Try
I'm
more.
definitely getting fruity notes for sure. I'm not sure if I'm getting banana personally. I get some orange, maybe guava, papaya.
Yep, I'm in the same boat as you.
yeah.
I definitely get the pine resin on the back end.
Yeah.
It's like creamy. It's a creamy floral.
Maybe the creaminess is what
creamy
I'm like.
floral.
I get like a
and
creamy bitter.
citrusy
Yeah,
a little
there's
bit.
definitely creaminess. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Almost like there was oats in it, yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely stick with creamy floral citrus.
It would be
That's-
interesting.
That's what it smells.
It would be
smells
interesting
really
to try that
nice.
straight out of a tap. I mean, when we cracked that, it did pop. So there is definitely carbonation in it, but it drinks like there isn't any. But it doesn't taste flat either.
No.
Right.
It's really smooth. And this is a double.
This is what, like
Imperial.
7.8%?
7.5.
Say so their podcast. They
Yeah.
play a game
Yeah,
called. They play the ABV game where they
ABV
guess.
guessing game. Yeah.
And that's invisible. That's you would never think this is 7.5.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me it was a double, I wouldn't have believed you that this is. A
Yeah,
double.
yeah, it was you saying double gave it away.
Yeah.
I think
I learned that from you guys listening to your show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I hadn't heard that, I would have guessed like 6.5.
So since you're on the show, we have to, because you're like the legend to tell this story because you're one of the representing guys here. Blue Toad.
Oh God,
How did that come about? How do you find that? How did that become the?
that's all Uncle Dan.
Yeah.
I don't remember how he might have found it in a store. I don't know. I think
the chance to find that flavor.
yeah, Dan being Uncle Dan, he sees a toad on a cannon and he's just gonna buy it.
Yeah.
just because of
A reptile guy.
reptile guy.
Yeah.
well,
Because reptiles.
amphibian, but
Oh.
that's splitting hairs. But yeah, he just bought it out of sheer morbid curiosity, and we all wanted to throw up after drinking it. It was fucking terrible.
So did we.
But like the crazy thing is, they make like we did a check in and we looked at their beers. They make a lot of different beers.
Clearly, someone's buying it.
I think you guys are
Yeah.
keeping them in business.
Oh God! Off of the like the 3 or 4 packs that Dan bought.
Yeah.
because he bought a couple more off their website.
Just for punishment.
Well, that was the theory. It's like, okay, we're gonna try these, and maybe that one was just a one-off on how bad it was. Maybe the other ones are good. Like he decided to take a chance, and the other ones ended up, to my memory, weren't good either.
Really?
None of them.
wow.
I mean, it gets to that point in the night where everything becomes a blur. So
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
be misremembering.
So we've kind of been dubbed from other podcasts and people coming on here. We're like the rock star podcast group because we just drink a lot of beers. But the reason we collab so well together is because you're in our same boat. Like it's not shy if we're doing an episode with
we
9,
just go
10
until
beers.
we can't go anymore.
Yeah, they drink until they die.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we go until like, okay, we ran out of shit to talk about and we're all shit faced, so
Yeah.
now we'll stop.
Yeah, we did the episode. We did 2 back-to-back episodes. The
One
first night we were
Friday,
there.
One Saturday.
I woke up in the morning and was just like, I'm puking. I'm gonna go out because Dan lives out in the middle of nowhere. So I just took a walk into the bushes because I didn't want to puke in the house and like
Yeah.
wake people up.
Yep.
So I just took a walk in the bushes. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna throw up and I'm gonna start my day. And that's all I did.
You got to puke and rally.
Yeah, I puked and then we drank more that whole day. Yeah, it was a lot of beer. It wasn't like I puked because I was like, it was just my acid reflux kicked in.
Yeah.
I was like, if we're gonna drink like we drank last night, I need to purge.
like you really did need it though. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things because now anymore I kind of get that acid reflux too, and it's just like, ooh. Like
So
if I feel a little nauseated, gotta throw up. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
well, Jason, I know you're in the chat, so but we want to just kind of be respectful. Are you cool? You're like to do your last name because my dad. I'm trying to tell my dad who you are, but if you can you see it?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Do you remember him?
man,
Yeah. He said lots of oats in this beer, so we were right with the oats. Yeah.
okay.
I don't know if you were here for the beginning of it, Jason. I said I got a little bit of like banana.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of that now too. After like the papaya mango.
I like
orange
it though.
Goes away. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of banana too before the pine hits.
Yeah, I really like how. I think I like the Galaxy Mosaic really blending in together, and it really has the citra
the
taste.
creaminess.
Yeah,
I got
that's
fruity
nice.
creaminess pine at the end.
This
Yeah.
is
Almost like a dank. I hate to use the term dank, but definitely
yeah, so
piney
do
at the
I.
end.
I never use it, but
Yeah, because it's not. It's just I'm picking up the pine at the end.
If you
Not a
blind
big-
taste tested me, right, and you lined up a bunch of double dry hop Galaxy beers, and I drank this and said pick out the homebrew, this I wouldn't know.
No,
Yeah, no,
That's
this, this tastes pretty much in line with a lot of.
yeah,
you
this
know,
absolutely. This is solid.
This-
I give this a 4.
I agree. I'm right there with you with a 4.
this to me. This is like when I was going to different beer releases and trying out different stuff. in the line life and all too. And it really reminds me of those times like 3 years ago where you're trying out different stuff. This is very easy drinking. It is it's light. You can even say that it's even crushable too.
Yeah.
And it really has a lot of character to itself, especially adding the Galaxy and Mosaic, because those are my 2 favorite hop stints. I think that's a hell of a hop combo. And then adding that Citralast and then double dry hopping it really make it, a very sneaky snake of
Now,
a
I think a lot of us here are pretty jaded when it comes to this category, but like, you're not a big IPA guy because you don't like the hoppiness. Is this
Right.
hoppy to you?
No. What I don't care for is that piney,
So like the West Coast style.
the piney, dank, bitter hop.
Yeah,
And I don't wanna-
the
I don't
filtered
wanna-
West Coast style,
I don't want to
yeah.
quantify all of those in together because you can get piney without having the bitter.
Yeah.
But those are the IPAs I don't care for. This, and I noted the pininess at the end, but it's not overbearing. It's just on the back end as it's going, and it's just a light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not bad. I would definitely drink this. But we've had some on here where I was like, I just sorry boys, I just can't do these. This is not one of them though. This is actually pretty good.
No, I really like this. This is a great double dry hop. Now, once again, homebrew. So this is probably like made in a house or a garage. You know what I mean? And this is impressive.
I keep getting an error message. With,
I did it the first time I did
That's-
too.
I got it logged in, and now when I try to bring up the next one, it's not letting me go.
Maybe
any farther
Untapped
than the
went down.
brewery page.
Yeah.
Maybe Untapped
we
went
broke,
down.
We broke Untapped.
The bots have made it untapped.
Yeah. So I've never had a situation where Untapped went down on the show. This is crazy.
I've gotten error messages from them in the past. I wanted to actually bump their score up to a 3.75. I went 3.5, but it's I keep getting.
I'm just
error
gonna
messages.
I think Untapped went down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just make a mental note. Tori's actually going to hang out in the chat. She's actually going to be commenting as the Bangin Beers podcast page. So if you guys are in their chat and we miss something, Tori will hang out and talk to you guys in there too.
All right.
All right, let's get our next homebrew one cracked here. You won't be able to even read the descriptions anymore, right?
Well, I didn't get an error, but the page didn't load. I'm trying here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting knocked out. I mean, I think I'm going to try to do something a little bit differently. I'm just going to give a great description of what I have and not really rate beers. I'm going to try it out.
What was the brewery called again?
Coal Cracker Bros.
Brothers.
Yeah, Bros.
Yeah, abbreviated as Bros.
Wow. Here, hang on. I'm going to make a call.
Cool. Gotcha.
I'm going to take a picture.
Now
of
I got
that.
the error message again.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
grief, Charlie Brown. Here we go.
I'm gonna put my score in and then screenshot it. I think Untapped is definitely down.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to check to make sure we were all on the same
Yeah.
page, and yeah, it's down for me
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah. Look what you guys did, Coal Cracker Bros. You broke us. All right, what's this one called?
This is
The CCB Belgium.
This is was on the neck here.
Belgian
This
quad?
is their Belgian Dark Strong.
Ooh. Yeah, I haven't had a good Belgian in a long time.
Okay.
I'll email myself their scores.
I can't even look them up, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
get the old pen and paper out. We're gonna do that shit again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make it analog, baby.
Frickin' right. Belgium, yeah.
Pencil and paper never crashes.
I cannot wait to try this because it should be one beer style that we should actually
This is their Dark
get
Strong.
acclimated
Mhm.
with a Belgian style. So this should be pretty nice.
Yeah, I can't see anything, but it does. I did get at least a 9% ABV. That's all. If you have the description, you can type it in the chat. We'll read it if you kind of have an idea what's going on here. All right.
Roasty, malty.
Oh, I like that.
Stone fruit.
Get a little bit
That
of
sweetness on the nose.
little nutmeggy.
Really like it.
The smell is fantastic.
Get
Yep, that's definitely a Belgium.
like a maybe fig or date in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. Yeah, fig.
And these boys are out of Tamaqua.
Yep.
Dude, Tamaqua beer scene is blowing up.
This is a good beer.
Honestly, man, Revere Stokers, and I can see CCB being right in that list.
This is definitely one of those winter beers that you can have. This is definitely
This is a steak beer.
this is a strong winter beer.
This is
Well,
a Christmas
that's-
morning beer.
I was gonna say this is like
Yeah.
sitting in front of the fireplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very subtle, and then it has
What's
like a
the
nice
spice?
roll off.
What's the spice I'm picking up?
Hang on.
To me, it's almost like a nutmeg, maybe
Yeah.
like cardamom, something like that.
Dan's definitely our most educated beer drinker on the show tonight.
I wouldn't say that. Let's not go that far. I only work at a
definitely
brewery. I
something
don't
there.
actually brew beer, though.
Are you looking to possibly get in that realm eventually?
I don't know. I mean, it's always been like something I've mulled over, but
It's really good.
I feel like you really got to have a passion. And I don't know, like, I mean, obviously I have a passion for beer, but I don't know if I have the passion to, go through all the steps to learn how to brew. I mean, I'm certainly open to it, but I mean, like all the guys that we have, like, they've been home brewing for years. They've, gone to school. They all know like their science shit. Like, there's more that goes into it than I would have thought.
Yeah, and then here's the thing too. Like, I feel like in your circle of people you talk to and hang out with, like, obviously the brewer from EQ, a brewer from Sloop, the people that you at the company you work with, what I mean? Like, for me, like, I have friends who are musicians, and like a few of them tour the world as musicians, and are like, you should learn how to play guitar, and you watch them and like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There's no way I can ever be on that level.
Yeah, no, I know those kinds of guys too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like I made a joke with the Beer You Are boys. They did an interview with the head brewer at EQ, and like how his education, like he could save the world with his education. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they had Pete and Michelle on, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Dan, and he was like, we had them on first. We're the first podcast to have those two on.
Yeah, and he's just like he can literally, he's like Tony Stark, right? Like he's a smart dude, and it's
Pete's super fucking brilliant, but he's also like one of the dudes.
yeah, but it's just like his education is just like making beer, and
Yeah.
listen, I love that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, people go on to like cure diseases with their MIT fucking knowledge, and he makes beer from it,
like
which is in its own way saving the world. But
does he have a sense of humor about it?
oh, for sure.
All right, good. Because if I ever had him, I'd be like, dude, like his education level compared to mine, I am like a Neanderthal compared to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just figuring out fire, and this dude is like on another level.
No, like I said, Pete's one of the dudes. When they released, man, I can't remember the name of the beer, but it was like a spoof on Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I think we might have had that one.
Really?
I think we might have had that one. Believe it or not. Or I
So
had it
so
at least.
him and one of the other guys who works there dressed in like the teal and the orange tuxedos, and they were riding. They actually had the scooter from the movie. They had it at the release. They were riding around the parking lot, like the actual real one used in the movie.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I think of all the beers, like the New York beers that we've had on this show, that's definitely like, I think the one that everyone collectively is like, they are just unbelievable. EQ. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just said I brought a work beer, but I mean, if you guys haven't had Wrench,
I love him. We had the ones you sent.
I gave you
yeah.
Impact Wrench.
Yeah,
and
Impact
I
Wrench
might
was
have given you
awesome.
another one, but I do have one can of Wrench, which is our bread and butter beer. That's the beer that pays the bills.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have it distilled here in Pennsylvania, but I don't know if you guys get it locally.
Harrisburg. We can get it at I don't know if it's at Shangy's, but we can get it at Bresky's. Yeah, there's a lot of Bresky's in Harrisburg.
And I
Mhm.
think I think it's called like Green Valley Beverage in Harrisburg
Yeah.
too, because I picked up for some.
I
of
think
the
Sabatini's.
pumpkins.
If
Yeah.
you guys ever
Oh,
go there, I'm sure
Sabatini's.
they have it
I
too.
love Sabatini's.
I see your like where you work Spears, and I'm like, oh my god, it's them. And then I see Sluber, I'm like, Harrison. You know, like I still
Yeah, our little local shelfies
yeah.
still making their way out here.
I still remember the time we got blackout drunk and told Harrison the one Sluber tastes like pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. After we logged out of that chat, he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?" Like he did not. I hate to say it, but he was like, we had a hard time getting him to come hang out with you guys. Like he was a little put off by that.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
but-
job, Tony.
But it was a good beer. I'm not saying I didn't like it.
No, I know. We know you meant well, but Harrison was like, Whoa, what? Okay. Like, we kind of knew your sense of humor at that point, but that was Harrison's first
Yeah.
introduction to you.
We made him blush.
And your first words to him was, "Your beer tastes like pussy." He's
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, okay."
But I did say it was good pussy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we also like to corrupt him, which is a lot of fun
He
for
is.
us.
Yeah, he's very.
Corruptible.
No, he's very.
No, he's very
Well, he's a youngin, so we
Yeah.
like to fuck with
Boy
him.
A little
Scout.
gullible.
Yeah, he's like
He's
Not gullible. He's
25 or some
He's
shit.
just very straight on the
Gotcha,
straight path. Like, yeah, very smart
Straight
dude.
and narrow.
Makes
Yeah.
amazing beers.
But
He's
I mean,
super talented.
hang out with
I think we're
Uncle
back
Dan
up.
long enough, and you're gonna get corrupted.
It's
so
back on?
It's fine.
I think we're back up.
All right, it's back up. All right, let me go back on this one then.
Okay,
Oh
so
boy! All right, so I guess I'll talk because I'm not
Yeah.
going to be checking
Go
this
for it.
in because, like I said, we were talking before the show, and I have not used on tap in probably 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. So what are you getting out of this beer?
Man, like I was saying, I get some good almost Christmas spices, like I was saying, good Christmas morning beer.
Yep.
I could definitely see the figs and the dates. Let me get another sip here. Gotta get that nose.
Oh yeah, we're definitely back up.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, some definitely some good maltiness. It's not too strong. It's not like when I first hear Belgian, I think like a Belgian quad or Belgian triple.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is as aggressive as those beers. This is a little more muted, which I'm not angry at. Do we know the ABV on this one?
9.
It's 9, yeah.
Honestly,
And,
I would not have guessed that high.
And they classify it as a Belgian strong dark.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure the exact description there, but no, I see that for sure. It's definitely strong and dark, but it's not, like I said, it's not overpowering.
No.
It's not like
I get a little bit of booziness on the end.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of booziness on there. Like
But like I said, it's not like it's a quad though.
It's malty.
it's enough to know you're drinking like a little bit of a manly drink.
The
Mhm.
fig
Yeah.
date, raisin,
at the
maybe a touch of dark stone fruit, like a plum or.
Yeah.
But again, this is another good one. I like
Just
this one
unlocked
too.
a badge. Homebrew goodness.
I would definitely say this then too. At the very end, when it kind of lingers in your mouth, it's a little bit of like a very bold, like rich, like cherry
see that.
flavor. I can really get that big time, and that's really nice. It's like
It's actually,
How am I
yeah.
gonna say-
Now that he says cherries, this is actually sweeter than I would have expected originally, and not in a bad way either.
That's the right-
Good, yes.
that's absolutely the right amount of sweetness into that. I really like this, and it's how can I say this? Oh,
I think that's the
not salt like it's a little it's even a little decadent like when you even drink it too, like when you're drinking that's so smooth, and that's like a treat at the end of the day when you're chopping firewood for your fire,
I
you
know.
know?
Yeah, I do realize, guys, that we are having some issues with the stream on Facebook. For some reason, sometimes we buffer in and out. I do apologize. There's really nothing we can do about it. So just be patient with us. Hang out. Sometimes you do have to go over to and watch the replay on YouTube. If you do want to check out the full replay uninterrupted, our links below. You go to YouTube and you can watch it. And also, if you help us out, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So go over and give us a subscribe as well. You got it?
Oh, David
Level
Himes
9.
Jr. I know he follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, Dave. I just seen that too.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Dave Himes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Himes Jr.
I went with him to Hudson Valley a few times. We went, and he really appreciated it. He actually contributed some beers for other half beers and stuff for us on earlier shows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dave. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go 4.25 with this.
I gave it 4.2, so I'm
Yeah.
on the same boat. Yep.
I'll give it a 4.
Yeah.
I didn't rate the last one, but
Yeah.
I'll go 4s
went-
across the board.
I went 4.25 on this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really like the whole. Everything's balanced in this. Everything, the taste, the sweetness is just right. The darker fruits are presented very well in this, and wow, I mean,
Oh, God.
you cannot.
We lost the chat now, boys.
Oh, boy.
Uh,
Hey, you got a shitty cooler? I got a shitty cooler too.
Uncle Dan's in the chat. Dan Byer in the chat, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
no.
What's going on, buddy? I love you, man.
But this is definitely a great starter, Belgian dark strong beer for somebody to wants to dip their toes into.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend this. I really enjoy the taste. It's there. That's like a good introductory god tier fucking
That's-
strong ale. I like it.
I would be very interested, and if you're in the chat still, Jason, or if anyone from CCB's in the chat, I'd love to be. Unless you know these answers, Bob. How long have they been doing this?
I probably know them close to 5 years, and as long as that's before I know them.
A lot of trial and error. It shows. They're definitely. I think they're on a level that I think, like, they got to be getting close to. I think getting to that next step.
I think honestly, what they really should do, they should go like a nomad approach, and actually have a few of these beers on tap at the local
Yeah,
watering
reach
holes
out,
in
reach out to
Tamaqua. Seriously.
Revere and Stokers and see if they can get a few of theirs on tap, like a guest
Honestly,
tap.
honestly, 2 for 2 for me. I would definitely drink those again.
I agree. I
They're-
think-
they're right there. If you gave me that Eruption 2 and that strong ale, and especially with
I
the
would seek
wintertime
more of
bottle,
their beers out.
oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm impressed.
I really like that.
Very,
so,
very good. You guys
good
are
job,
You guys are a
guys. Yeah,
talented
very
crew. I
good
want.
job.
Anytime you make stuff, if you're willing to give it to the show, man, we're all about it. That was just over. He says just over 2 years, so that's amazing. They're good beers, really good.
Honing in your edge, guys. Good job.
Yeah. So we're gonna do something a little different. Now I know you guys seen the photos of the show lineup already, and right now we'd be getting into the second half of this after the homebrews, the pumpkin. We do have one beer that's not a pumpkin. We may skip on it tonight and do it. Maybe we won't. And it's kind of a I don't want to pick on it, but it's like it's a fun collab. But let's bust out a guest beer. Dan's gonna pick one out for us tonight. Dan brought some beers. We'll do a Dan beer right now.
All right. Well, we kind of were talking before the show, and we kind of unanimously said we were going to do a Bottle Logic.
Yes.
So,
These guys didn't have a Bottle Logic. Tony and I did when we were at the It's Just Beer collab. Wow. You guys are gonna get your socks blown off with your shoes.
yeah, get ready
Have
to
shoes.
have your palates be wrecked.
There you go.
Ooh, Dankeschön.
Yeah, man. Joyman.
So when we went to the show, the second night there, we did the beers they brought, and he said Bottle Logic, and they talked it up as if it's god tier, best stout you'll ever have. And I was like, come on, I hate stouts. I'm not going to be into this. I tried a little bit of it, and I took a small. It was like going to a dinner, right? And then you purposely don't take it because you're not sure if you're gonna like the food, and
Yep.
then you don't take enough, and then it's all gone, and you're like, I wish I would have done more of that.
Go ahead.
Um,
I can get a picture later.
Unfucking believable. So give us a little background on Bottle Logic and how insanely difficult it is to get these styles of beers.
Well, thankfully, over the last year or two, they've kind of gotten a little easier, but they are mostly known
ahead.
for these bottles. This is
You
one of
don't-
their Stasis Project
Okay.
bottles. The Stasis Project, that's their barrel aging program. They generally put out 1 to 2 of these types of bottles per month, and they're they have some that they do annually that are regular rotationals, but good amount of them are one-offs. They'll do just one time, and you'll never see them again. Generally, they're between 2 and 4 per person when they're released, and then that's it. Usually, there's I don't know. I would say probably a couple hundred bottles, maybe like 1,000 or so. I guess I shouldn't really speak to their number because I did go to their brewery back in February, and they have a fuckload of barrels. It's insane how many goddamn barrels they have. But
Ghost Proton 2020.
yep.
Nice.
I actually have 2 friends that have had this.
I don't think I've had this one yet.
They both give it a 4.5.
But yeah, I love what these guys do. I first got into them just going to the beer shares, and occasionally someone will bring one of these and crack it. And I mean, me and the other guys on It's Just Beer, we all love our barrel aged stouts, and to me, these guys put out some of the most consistent, flavorful, interesting, unique, innovative beers. And yeah, these guys are in Anaheim, California. They've been around since 2013. They're still pretty small. I was surprised when I went to their place. Yeah, they're in like a little, kind of business park kind of thing, and the tap room only seats like 40 people.
Wow.
They are working on an expansion right now, so that's I'd like to go back when that's completed. But Yeah, just I mean, I'm just like I said, a big barrel aged stout fan, and
We tried it yet?
I really like what they do. So
I'm enjoying the aroma.
All right, so this Bottle Logic for me made me lose the ABV game
Not
without
only
looking at
that,
it, right? So you drink this, right? Take a drink of that.
Holy
I didn't even look at that until you said the ABV game, and
I didn't look at the ABV game. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to take a guess that this is a. Can I give a range?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Even though that's not how the ABV game works, but sure, we'll give you this.
My first time
Go as
playing
dead
the
nuts
ABV
as you
game.
can. Go as
I'm
dead
going to go
nuts as
12
you
to
can.
14%.
Well, then you would have been done a lot better than me, because to me, this is not drink like it's that strong.
No, I'm not saying it
Yeah.
tastes as strong, but knowing it's barrel
In
aged,
between, you did
knowing
the
it's
in-between,
barrel
But it
aged,
doesn't even drink like it's a barrel aged.
it does not drink like it's a barrel aged. You know, it's a little boozy, but you can definitely I could see somebody saying, "Oh, this is only about 8 or 9%." Knowing it's a barrel age, I got to go to at least 12 to 14%.
You're dead. So you have the range. Can you even dial in a little bit sooner? Give your dead nuts absolute.
they narrow it down
Right
to
to-
100%.
Holy shit!
They don't
If you
fuck
can do
around.
that,
All right, I'll go 13.7%.
You're very fucking close.
wow. Okay.
13.34.
See, there you go.
Now, we're saying right
That's
now,
nice.
once again, the guy who doesn't like stouts, right? I have just recently I'm starting to get chocolate notes out of beers. Like we just had a chocolate beer that I don't get the chocolate, I get roast, I get coffee, right? This beer pours like motor oil, right? It's
It
thick,
does.
right?
Which is what you want.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a
Yes.
13.34. Now, when we say that, this is not fucking boozy. Like you don't drink this and you don't like I wouldn't even know this was a barrel. Like I get no bourbon or barrel age ending in the. Like, to me, this is like chocolate. I smell the softness of the marshmallows there. That roasty, like roast, but like a campfire
that's
roast.
I can absolutely tell the s'mores in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can really pick up on really the bourbon barrel big time on this. Like
I just
it's-
burped and it tasted like a s'more.
But that's part of what makes it amazing is that yeah, I get the barrel too, but the s'mores is right there with it.
The marshmallow.
and I even get the graham crackers on the
S'mores in a
finish.
glass.
Yeah.
S'mores in a glass.
Yeah, I feel like when they advertise a beer as inspired by this, like they nail their concept like every time.
While there is some boozy there, it as opposed to being the backbone, I guess you would say, the booziness is an underlying element where it
Yeah.
doesn't overpower anything
Yeah.
else.
It hits you a little bit up front and then it just tastes like s'mores.
I get it the opposite because here's how I'm tasting it. I'm tasting the s'mores, and then it has like that sharp and like bold flavor at the very end of it, and it rolls out. I get a little bit of a different
Thank you, sir.
thing with that. Holy
Thank you.
shit! I really like this.
There
Like
co-
everything
There
blends in so
coconut
well.
in this?
No.
No,
I get no coconut. If you're getting coconut, you're on drugs. You may have the Rona. Or no, you won't taste anything if you have the Rona. Honestly, I mean, I would make the prediction here. I would make the status. I think Bottle Logic makes the best stouts I've ever had in my life.
has a little bit of a smoky taste to it, a little bit too. A
I
little bit
said
of
I
that
guess-
smoke.
Yeah, I get the smokiness as well a little bit with the.
I like that.
That's a little
Unbelievable.
bit of that campfire for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Man, we were really hitting the
Yeah.
campfire thing
When
hard.
when we
aren't
left,
we?
I said on the ride home to Ben, I was like, I'm kind of because the night we were there, you had like 5 or 6 Bottle Logics, and we only did like one.
Yeah, I think we did Paisley Cape Complex, the
Yeah.
blueberry marshmallow one.
that was the bourbon barrel.
And that was
too.
unbelievable as well.
Which that's one of my favorite beers of all time.
And I just remember leaving, and I told Ben, I said, I think we fucked up. We should have did more Bottle Logic.
Hey, I kept pushing it, and you guys were like, no.
No, and we fucked. And we fucked
You're like,
up.
I don't like stouts.
We fucked up. I'm here to
No,
tell you
we were
now.
drinking. We're like, fuck it. We're not doing any more recording.
Well,
I'm
you know,
like,
I almost brought a
"No."
couple bottles, and I was like, nah. And last time they were like, didn't seem super into it. I was like, I'll just bring one.
If you ever get an extra, you just tell us what we have to do to get it from you to us and what it costs us PayPal wise, and we will chip in and get more Bottle Logic on the show.
Man, it's tough for me to let them go because I
I-
usually only get one, and I
Really?
collect these bottles. So
Oh, okay. I totally get that.
I did just have
That's very good.
I've had
Thank
two
you.
recently. I had Arborescence, which is I want to say it's a hazelnut blackberry barrel aged
Oh.
stout. That one's very good. Actually, the first beer I had post sober October was it's called Gem Condition, and it's a barrel aged chocolate mint stout, and it tastes like a boozy liquefied York peppermint patty.
I want that. I want that.
So you need to take a picture of this bottle and tell Austin before he leaves California he needs to fucking find this.
or anything.
Some of their stuff you can find on shelves
Well,
in
if
good
he's-
beer stores in California.
Really?
Some stuff.
Yeah. Bottle Logic. They're unbelievable. I'll go with my score right off the bat. I really wanted to pull the trigger here. Fuck it, I'm doing it. It's a 5. It's a fucking 5.
Damn, bro.
It's a 5.
I
I almost said 4.75, and I was like, no way. This is fucking unbelievable.
For me, I'm
Sorry
gonna.
about that.
Oh, we going in a circle, or we just whoever?
Whoever,
Well,
yeah, whoever.
Ben's not checking beers in tonight or scoring them, so it's kind of like
I'm checking them in, but
you're not scoring it.
no.
All right, so
I
Bob,
enjoy
what's
it.
your score on this?
Because I have to go intense, so this
Yeah.
is a 4.7 for me.
4.7, yeah. Where you at, Dan?
Only because I'm jaded and I've had a lot of their stuff. To me, this is. I mean, it's obviously very good, but as far as their bottles go, to me, it's more middle of the road for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm burping up pure s'more. Like it. My burps are pleasant.
middle of the road. Holy
yeah,
shit.
they make better beers than this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They're impressive.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
blueberry one I had was haunting.
Mm.
Like when you get
Yeah,
a beer that's that good, you're like,
beer I give a 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
That blueberry one I
What
had
do you
was
give this one?
This one I'll give a 4.5.
4.5. I gave it
middle.
4.75.
It's fucking amazing.
I gave it 4.75.
yeah, you came on a good night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
definitely.
3 winners in a row.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's gonna be tough. Listen, it's tough. I know this wasn't on
We-
the lineup.
I
but
don't
this
know
is
what
tough.
I don't know what show we had where we had like every beer was really good that time.
Yeah,
Was it the one where everybody was changing and it was like Bob's like first or second time?
Yeah, Bob's. I think it was your first time here. We had
Episode 75.
a phenomenal cast of characters on as far as beer goes.
we'll keep those
this
bottles
is,
out. We'll add that to the photo at the end there.
Yeah,
We had Rock Me Diabetes. We had The Black is Beautiful,
Well,
the banana bread
yes.
stout. And we also had, what's that other one? Shit. No,
that
it's not
wasn't it.
shit.
Yeah.
It's not shit. I know. Oh, man.
good shit, but it was
Well, they can go back and check it out. So I'm
Yeah.
going to ruin the whole show right now because after experiencing that, I mean, this isn't going to come close. And I apologize to this brewery.
I was gonna say, like, it's just gonna wreck your palate for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So.
I apologize to this brewery, but there's no way you're living up to that. Especially with this collaboration we're about to do. We're going to see if this is the mimosa of beers. This is the Evil Genius Miller High Life collaboration.